Great morning and welcome to WOWworthy with EmmaM Online Marketing Team Edition. Every Tuesday, this is your place to be, to come together as a marketing team to keep up to date on everything that's happening on Facebook land, complete a Facebook blueprint learning module, and get insights on how to apply that learning to your multi-location brand. Great morning to our live viewers. Be sure to say hi in the comments and please ask away. This is your show and you're going to help us build it over time. Good morning to everyone. How are you all? So today we are going to be covering so much. I almost wore a marketing mechanic setup for today because we are rolling up our sleeves and getting into it. We are going to be covering today on our agenda a Facebook newsroom update, a Facebook blueprint training module on how to use Facebook Business Manager for your multi-location brand, a social survey update, a what's in it for me for my industry, how can I apply this to my industry. We're also going to cover some of the questions that you asked last week, and then I'm going to show you the skills tree that we're going to build every Tuesday over the next 12 months. Hi, Matt. How are you? Good. Let's see who else is coming in here today. Hi, Clay. How are you? We made sure that we had this screen share ready for you, which is exciting. Let me just check on this. Okay. Who else is joining us? Hi, Chrissy from the Philippines. Good to have you again. Matt, did you have any questions from last week? Let me know. Let's wait for a few more to join us. How was your week, everyone? Love to hear how your week was. We have had a huge week here at SocialSurvey. Excellent. No more questions coming through from thank you. What do you think of the backdrop, guys? Thanks, Matt. We spent about an hour on Sunday setting all of this up, so that was exciting. Lots happening. Me too, it looks fantastic. Thank you, Chrissy. Bit better than the TV screen, right? Exactly. So let's get this formatted. So great morning to our live viewers. Be sure, some people have already said hi, which is great. This is your show and you're going to help us build over time. Now, the number one question that was sent through last week is this: what is the difference between organic and then paid ads? What's the difference between the posts? Now, I did answer this in a separate video, which I posted on my own LinkedIn and Instagram, and the answer is this. Think of your ad content as traffic drivers to your organic content. You are paying to show the ad content, and paying for it means you are telling Facebook who you want that piece of content to be in front of, at what times, how many times, and then where do you want to direct the people that are seeing that content, where do you want them to land? Now, that entire process, in my opinion, is worth paying for. Whereas organic content, you can't bank on who Facebook decides to show that content to, or how often it gets seen. You don't have any control over who sees that organic content. So you need to think of it differently. Firstly, think of the people that you are asking Facebook to show your ads to. And then those people who see it, the ones that do take the call to action and land on your Facebook page, how do you want them to feel as they scroll through those organic posts? So that's a big thing that came out of last week. Let's just check and see if there's any questions coming through. Nothing from last week. You've got that handled, Matt. That's great. Looking forward to today's on location. That has been a very, very common chapter, if you like, or a question in the sessions that I do here at SocialSurvey one-on-one with our clients about how do I manage, agent pages, location pages, regions, brand. We're going to roll up our sleeves and cover all of that today. Let's see if there's any other questions coming through. Okay. Now, if you're just joining us, this is episode 2, and it's a deeper dive on Facebook Business Manager for multi-location brands. Let's firstly hear from the Facebook newsroom. In Facebook News over the last week, Messenger 4 will gradually roll out globally over the coming weeks. For businesses, the space on this new rollout is the opportunity on the Discover tab. So there's a Discover tab that's going to be more prominent now as it rolls out globally, where customers can connect with businesses to get the latest deals, play instant games if they want to, book services and meetings with local businesses. I want to highlight that. So through the Discover tab, that users can book services and meetings with local businesses under this tab, follow the news, and there's going to be more to be announced. Now that is a massive, massive opportunity update from Facebook Newsroom this week. So let's dive into our training for the week. Today's show is really for the marketing mechanic in your brand team, the social media manager in your brand team, and a little bit for the CMO, just from an understanding perspective of, okay, this is the direction my team should go for multi-location brands. So let's dive into it. Let's check before we dive into it to see if there's any last minute questions that have come through. No, we are good. Now, as I promised, I am going to share, bear with me, the screen. Let me know, make sure it worked. It worked in our testing throughout the week. If you could let me know in the comments before I kick off on this massive blueprint training. Let's see. It looks like it's working. It's side by side. That's fantastic. Seeing it half and half. Thank you, Clay. Clay is our awesome CMO. Warren, our marketing mechanic, is also watching this. It works nice. Let's make it full. And I think we have a winner. Okay, so Facebook Business Manager. If you already have Facebook Business Manager set up in this session, you will no doubt learn some extra places that you can go to assist your efforts on Facebook, Instagram, and the ad platform. If you are totally new, I'm going to go slow and slow it right down. If everyone can take a sip of water, such as me. Take a sip of water, roll up your sleeves, let's dive in. Now, if you have a brand larger than, say, 15 locations, you would have a marketing team that hopefully is resourced to support that. And there's a lot of, let's say, players in the game. And so you have Facebook Business Manager as a platform. You may have different, they call it lines of credit, but it's really payment options. There's different payment options that you may want for different areas of your business. There's initial admin, there's supporting admin, and then you've got the actual ad accounts and pages and everyone that wants access to the different locations. Now, don't hyperventilate yet. There's a way to sort all of this out. Now, how Facebook recommends that it's sorted out is that you have a business manager at the top, and that is Facebook Business Manager. You then have business admins that have access across the brand, all assets. So business admins would be you guys, your brand marketing team. Then you have all of your pages, all of the business employees or loan officers or regional managers or state managers. Then on either side, you have your pages and your ad accounts. So how on earth can all of this fit in together? So why Business Manager? Some of the reasons are you need more than one ad account. You need to request access to pages or ad accounts. So some people in your company may have gone off and set up their own, and you need access to that for various reasons. You need to assign permissions to a lot of people working together, which for most of the brands we work with, this is the case. And you need, across the hierarchy, you need business level insights and reporting that is more than cobbling together a report on, 15 different pages and going out and getting all of those insights, going to 15 different Instagram pages and getting all of those insights. This is a place that it pulls it all together so you can get real business level insights and reporting. Let's just check for any questions that have come through. It's full, working, excellent. You can all see the screen, which is great. So let's dive in. So there's 3 tabs up the top of Facebook Business Manager. When I'm talking to people that haven't heard of Business Manager, I call this gray Facebook. And today we're going to go step by step on how to set up the first layer. So first of all, you have in the top left-hand corner, home, of course, an ad account overview, and then activity. Within these 3 tabs, you have ad account overview. So it gives you the high level, all of your assets, exactly what's happening. You then have activity. So if you've got hundreds of people working within your Facebook Business Manager, you can see what role changes have happened, who has left, who has come on board, who has requested access. So that's all available under activity. So first of all, let's talk about setting up for your brand Facebook Business Manager. You create your business profile and it is separate to you, okay? So it needs to be your business email so that if you leave, this can be taken over by someone else in your team. That's really important. One tip I will say is log out of your personal blue Facebook, if you like, when you're setting this up, and then go to Facebook Business Manager. You can add a cover photo, you can add a logo photo, which, if you're a small brand, that may not be necessary, but if you're a larger brand where you've got 10, 20, 100 people working on all of this together, then, let's do it right and let's make it branded. Then you've got these 3 tabs, and these 3 tabs will walk you through collecting and bringing in all of your Facebook, Instagram, and ad account assets. So you can add a page. It will allow you to create a page or claim an existing page. It'll allow you to add an ad account, and it will allow you to add people. So to add a page to Facebook Business Manager, it will come up with the list of pages that you are an admin on, and then you choose the one that you want to add and add the page. There you go. They've added Jasper's Market. By the way, Facebook uses Jasper's Market through all of their blueprint training, and let's just say from all of the fake ads and all the training that you do in Blueprint on Jasper's Market and how they apparently use Facebook, I would like to know where it is. I know it's fake, but their ads are good that they create because they're created by Facebook. Then you can add an ad account. So an ad account is actually a separate entity to a page. So you can add one ad account with and attach it to multiple pages, or you can have in a franchise brand a separate ad account for each page, depending on how you're set up. On every ad account, there is an ad account ID, so you need to use that ID to add an ad account to this overall brand Facebook Business Manager. And then you can add people. Now, adding people, we're about to go into a very detailed explanation on what adding people means. But basically, if you have a group of loan officers that you want added just to their own pages or their location pages, then this is the place to do it. You just have to consider what role you want to give them, and we'll cover that in a second. I'm just going to bounce back to check if there's any comments. Can we manage all business Facebook pages in just one Facebook Business Manager? That is a great question, Chrissy, and one that I will answer soon. My apologies. I believe that my audio just died, so I am back. So I'm going to backtrack just a little bit so that you can, thank you, Matt, thank you, Chrissy, so that you can get back to this. There we are. Hi, I'm back. Okay, let's go back to the screen so that you are seeing this. Okay, just let me know that you can hear my audio now. That would be great. Okay, so as you're assigning access, you need to consider whether you want access granted to this person we just looked at here, J. Diaz, to both a Facebook page and or a Facebook ad account, which is assigned to that page. So it's very segmented as to what access you give to what people. So setting this up right from the beginning is incredibly important. Once you've chosen the access that you want J. Diaz to have, then an invitation is sent to him both on that email, and if that email is attached to his Facebook account, it is attached there, it is sent there as a notification as well. Now, be aware that you will, if you send out a lot of invitations all at once, there is a list in Facebook Business Manager where you will be able to see who has accepted and who has not. Now, business settings. Let's have a look, do a deeper dive into business settings. Again, you can invite people and give them different access. There are pages all listed here. There are ad accounts all listed here. There are the Instagram accounts listed here, and then other items as well that we're going to go through step by step. Loud and clear. Excellent. Hi, Brittany. Okay, so to add a page, you go to the Pages tab on the left-hand side under Business Settings. You click Add. So you can either add a page, request access to a page, or create a new page. Now, this is handy if your brand has not been on Facebook Business Manager. There are a lot of assets out there, and you need to collate them all into one central place. Now, this requesting access to a page is the place that you get to do this. So all you have to do is find the page ID, put it into the request access to a page, and then the owner of that page will get a notification that you want to pull it into business settings, into your brand's Facebook Business Manager. Now, how you do this is I would recommend sending a company-wide communication to everyone saying that you are consolidating. We're going to touch base on this in the WIFM section today, but we're consolidating for your brand. We're bringing all of the assets in. This is not just a stick, it's a carrot as well, so that we can give you more resources to use Facebook and Instagram and ads better, but we need to work together on this. So as a brand communication, you want to communicate that, and then you want to turn around and actually request access to a page. This process makes it a little easier. You know, all of the people out there in your brand have actually received communication from you that you want to do this. This is the reason why, and this is how it's going to look moving forward. Then you can go through and add ad accounts. Now, that is a totally separate subject. Ad accounts and ads is a massive section that we're going to take about 4 months to get through next year. But adding an ad account, you need to really consider how this is going to play out with your brand. If you have frontline franchisees or owners or local area managers that have a separate budget, then they need their own ad account attached to the right page. If the entire brand pays for everyone's ads, then it's really simple. You request access to your current ad account and again, pull it in. Then you update all of the business info. Now, as far as I'm aware, this is not looked at by Google or anything. It's an internal business info. But again, if you have hundreds of people working on your Facebook Business Manager, it's important to update this. Now, the block list is very, very interesting. So under brand safety, you may, if you think about the ad campaigns that you're running, you may not want those ad campaigns to run in or next to certain other content. So you may decide, okay, you don't want your brand affiliated with a political movement, or you may not want your brand associated with a certain celebrity. So you can actually create a block list, okay? And these are website domains and app store URLs that block your ads playing on this block list. Does everyone know about this? I think it's pretty cool. Like from a brand perspective, if you have certain values or you don't want to be affiliated with certain places on Facebook or in their audience network. So their audience network is Facebook will deliver your ads on other websites that hold place on their websites for Facebook ads. And so creating a block list protects your brand. Okay, and this is another reason why it's important to pull in all your Facebook business pages, all of the ad accounts that are associated with your brand out there, so that you can create this block list. Let me just check the comments to see if anyone knows about that. Hey Tori, I emailed Tori yesterday that for the ad account tab, anyone that has their own budget for ads can request access through it as well. Yes, they can. So basically the question that Chrissy is asking is for the ad account, anyone that wants access to be able to run ads on their Facebook page, they can request access, and it's up to their admin, the Facebook business admin, to approve it. Let's jump back here. Let's see if there's any other questions about the block list. Just give me a hey if you didn't know about it and you're going to be using this. So some structure recommendations and considerations to address when you're creating this Facebook Business Manager. It does take some planning if you have a lot of locations and then a lot of frontline team members who have created their own pages. So there is also an option to create multiple business managers accounts. Now, this is important if, when, and how your business goes out of the country. It may have very, very different divisions. So there may be in mortgage, wholesale, and retail. So you may want two totally separate Facebook business managers with their own hierarchy of assets, and you can do that. You can also establish regional business manager accounts. So if your company, again, is very siloed and state to state run very different marketing initiatives, then you can create separate Facebook business manager accounts for the regions. You can create an ad structure account within Business Manager, but that is a way too big a topic to include in this, so we're going to cover that separately. And then there are best practices for managing pages, which again, we will cover in another segment. Now, there are some great tools within Facebook Blueprint training, which actually asks you and does a knowledge check for you. So in the comments, if you could, answer for me, who creates a business manager account? Is it a page admin? Is it a business admin? Is it an ad account admin or an analyst? Who has the answer? Let's wait for some of the answers to roll in. Anyone going to tackle that? Anyone? No comments coming in. Is that the one that shows? Page admin, page admin. Let's see, anyone else? No? Okay, so it's actually the business admin. So the brand manager, the marketing mechanic, someone of influence within your brand marketing team at your headquarters. It's the business admin that needs to set up this entire structure. They may have a mechanic or a social media coordinator next to them helping them do this, but it's actually the business admin who creates a business manager account. So question 2 of 4 that Facebook's asking us is, what is the benefit of using projects to see all applications owned by Business Manager, to add shared logins for improved page access, to organize pages and ad accounts, or to control permissions for individual users? So projects is something that we covered earlier. It's an easy way to organize pages and ad accounts. You can set up a project for each silo of your business, or each siloed team, I would call it. Next question is, if you are working with an agency, you can actually have your agency set up this entire structure for you. The important thing is that as an agency, that they don't set it up under their own Facebook Business Manager, that they set it up as something separate. And then if you've been assigned an analyst role, so when we went back to actually how employees or frontline team members are brought into and given access, some of your team members may just be an analyst role. They can actually just access reports. So I want to share this one with you so that you could understand that out of the many members of your team, you can really give them a finite access to Facebook Business Manager, right down to just accessing reports and analyzing the data. And that's one of the benefits of being on Facebook Business Manager. So any question? Let's come back here. Hey, everyone. Any questions? So that was quite a lot to cover for today in our Facebook Business Blueprint training. And I want to cover next a little bit more about how this applies to your brand. But I'll just wait a moment to see if there's any questions coming through. Not at the moment. If there are, I'm more than happy to answer them offline, take it offline on LinkedIn, or I'll answer them next week for you. So I trust that for each member of your brand marketing team, that this session has given you something to think about, has given you a little bit of insight into some of the things to consider for your brand. And next week, we will cover part 2 of Facebook Business Manager and cover off on some of the location setup and then the available tools. Today, I really wanted to just showcase the structure, okay, and the availability within Facebook Business Manager. But I think the assigning of roles is something to get your head around, but also the consideration of blocking, okay, on the ad platform, and really consider where you want your ads to play. So before we start our weekly WIFM section, let's take a breather, take a glass of water, and I'd like to bring you an update brought to you by Jamie Higgins from SocialSurvey's customer service team. Hi, everyone. 15 minutes is too short, I know, but the people's attention spans are too short. Full of learnings, enjoying it. Thank you. That's fantastic. Okay. Jamie Higgins from the SocialSurvey's customer success team would like to say the new SocialSurvey JavaScript widget is out now. This is a customizable way for your reviews to automatically be played on your brand, region, location, and loan officer, agent, franchisee, frontline team members' websites. It can be configured to fall in line with the look and feel of your website, is user-friendly for desktop and mobile, and is searchable by Google. The result of which means that you have fresh user-generated content landing on all of those pages every single day. And Google loves that. If you want to dominate on search engines and have your web page show first in search results, then this is the place to do it. The JavaScript widget is for you. Now, if you're already a SocialSurvey customer that has not yet deployed it, your customer success manager will be reaching out to you to execute it alongside of you. For those of you that are SocialSurvey customers, please add a comment to say whether you have used the new JavaScript widget or you haven't and you want some help with that. So let's WIFM. What is in it for me? So we covered a lot today in Facebook Blueprint training. And the topic for today was, for a brand's marketing team, what is the #1 reason why your hierarchy of social profiles across Facebook land should be all brought into Facebook Business Manager? Before I start with them, I'm just going to check the comments. Where's Jamie in Boston celebrating? I'm assuming that's a sporting reference, which I have no idea. Would you all like to see your customer success team come on and do their own update? I would love to see them do that. That would be great. Any other questions for this? Who has used the new JavaScript widget? Love to know. Okay, let's get cracking into WOWworthy. Has anyone used BeLive before? I'm sorry, I'm still learning it. It's great. It's just big. Okay, let's WOWworthy. What's in it for me? Topic of the day, for a brand's marketing team, what is the #1 reason why your hierarchy of social profiles across Facebook land should all be brought into Facebook Business Manager? So what's in it for mortgage? Bringing all Facebook assets into Facebook Business Manager should be considered a compliance requirement. Same applies for insurance. Again, for insurance, bringing all Facebook assets into Facebook Business Manager should be considered a compliant requirement. I've said that twice because it's so important with everything that's been going on between Facebook and Trust and HUD and the whole industry. Pulling everything in to be able to monitor, manage, resource your team, having everything in one place should be a compliance requirement. So what's in it for real estate? Now, the compliance isn't quite as strong. You can significantly assist your locations and agents by productively partnering with them through Facebook Business Manager and using tools which we will cover next week, like Facebook Pixel, Audience Insights, and dynamic real estate ads. Again, all of which we will go do a deeper dive on next week. The important thing to consider is that you need to cover the right structure that we just reviewed from the beginning before tackling next week's tools. Now, what's in it for B2C multi-location brands like my franchising peeps? One of the major disconnects I see with a Facebook social structure is that the brand feels like they need to protect their brand. Whereas a franchise owner, they feel like they have ownership, as they do, over a location. And so they feel like they should have ownership over the social profiles connected with that location. So bringing all assets into one hierarchy platform will massively assist in resourcing, both for brand compliance and for giving the franchisees, the people that own that location, some semblance of, we're doing this as a team and they can resource each other. Let me know in the comments if that makes sense and resonates with you. That's my industry, what's in it for me, for episode 2. Let me check the questions and comments coming through again. We are all set. So moving forward, I'd like to lay out the plan for the next 12 months, if you like, on this Facebook Blueprint training. We're building this show for you and we want your feedback on what's important to you. So I'm going to share my screen again to show you our skill tree. How do I change this? Let me know if you can see the skill tree or whether I know. So a skill tree is something that apparently I had no idea about. It's a gaming idea, if you like, or something that they use in games. And it's a skill tree of exactly what we're going to cover over the next 12 months. So we are going to cover multi-location foundations, and so we're covering that at the moment. We're going to cover ads, and that is a massive, massive thing to cover. It's going to include content on awareness ads, consideration ads, conversion ads, and then we get, measuring ads, and then we get to the fun stuff, which I really want to get to with you, which is ad creative. Then we will focus on Instagram, and then we will circle back around and do it all again because it's all going to change. That's it for me for episode 2. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you learnt something, and I look forward to seeing you next week when we tackle an introduction to the tools of Facebook Business Manager. Go to the pin post on our Facebook's social survey page, and you'll be able to get the reminder. That's it for me. Have a productive week, and see you on the flip side.